This is going to be great television, I will say that.
All right, this story just went from messy to downright bizarre. After that absolute disaster of a meeting in the Oval Office, where Trump basically kicked Zelensky out of the White House like a kid who was told to sit there and be quiet while the grown-ups talk, our guy Zelensky jumps on a plane to Europe. And now, plot twist. He says he regrets how it all went down. And here's the kicker. He's coming back to the U.S. on Friday with an open mind to sign a deal. Let's take a step back and review what really happened. Then see if Friday's meeting actually delivers any results. Because believe me, this won't be the kind of very beautiful meeting Trump always talks about.
Well, today was interesting. Zelensky went to the White House and met the fashion police. Even the reporters were teasing the Ukrainian about his clothes.
Why don't you wear a suit?
The first 30 minutes went great.
So, Jesse Waters says the first half hour was great. Well, great for him, I guess. Because let's be real, Zelensky got called a dictator before he even walked in, sat across from a guy who talks about Putin like an old golf buddy, and then got roasted for not wearing a suit. Oh, and let's not forget, Trump also told him he doesn't even have his people's vote and is in office without an election. Yeah, I wouldn't walk into that meeting expecting a warm hug and deep understanding either.
I want to stop the war,
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire?
But I said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
with guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't
Doesn't
with
matter
me.
for you what
That
what
wasn't
this
with me.
means.
We're not here to debate. You can debate behind the scenes. You can debate at lunch. But if you debate in the open like this, you're going to lose.
Well, apparently he tried. He pushed for answers behind the scenes, but got nothing. So now we don't have any answers. Not behind closed doors, not in front of the cameras, not anywhere. But one thing is clear. The part that works for them. Their companies show up, dig up Ukraine's valuable minerals, and call it a great deal. But how does this actually work for Ukrainians? That's the question Zelensky keeps asking. Behind closed doors, off the record, wherever there's a chance. Yet every time he ends up pulled into the spotlight while Trump steers the narrative, avoiding real answers.
Because Ukraine has no leverage. The minerals were their only leverage. And without those, you're not getting a peace deal.
Exactly. If minerals are Ukraine's only major bargaining chip, then logically they wouldn't just give them up without securing a solid guarantee in return. But here's the problem. So far, we haven't seen any clear guarantees. Military support, still uncertain. Security assurances, vague at best. A concrete long-term deal, nowhere in sight. So if Ukraine is playing its last strong card, why does it feel like they're the only ones under pressure to commit, while the other side keeps things open-ended?
She's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now?
Ah yes, the classic, what if a bomb drops on your head right now argument. By that logic, should we all start wearing helmets while walking around the White House? Look, Russia has actually broken ceasefires multiple times since 2014. That's not a what if, that's history. But comparing that to a bomb randomly dropping on the White House? Come on, that's happened exactly 0 times. So unless Trump knows something we don't, maybe we should focus on the real issue. The country that actually fires missiles, not the imaginary explosions.
Zelensky wants guarantees. I would too. Putin never invaded under Trump. And Trump saying, I'm the guarantee.
Oh, wow. Well, what a relief. Guess we can all sleep soundly tonight because Trump himself is the guarantee. I mean, of course, the man who never, ever goes back on his word, right? Totally rock solid. The same guy who once called the USMCA trade deal with Canada the best deal ever. Then later said it wasn't good enough. Or remember when he praised his Phase 1 trade deal with China, calling it historic, only to turn around and say it was a disaster? And let's not forget his love-hate relationship with NATO. One day it's obsolete, the next day it's important, then back to maybe we should leave. So yeah, totally, the guy you trust with an ironclad guarantee. Still here? That means you're liking it. A quick subscribe helps me keep bringing you more of this.
Zelensky's not going to get a better deal than that.
Jesse Waters says Zelensky won't get a better deal than this. Well, I'm not so sure, at least not for Zelensky, but I am sure the U.S. won't get a better deal than this. Digging up Ukraine's minerals in exchange for nothing but hope. And this is the classic Trump playbook. He bullies, pressures, and then tries to make you feel like asking questions is rude, thinking for yourself is disrespectful, and blindly following is the only option. But here's the twist. This time, Zelensky isn't walking into the trap alone. He's bringing Macron and Starmer with him. And there's one rule when dealing with a bully: never go alone. Remember what happened to Justin Trudeau when he flew down to Mar-a-Lago to negotiate tariffs? He went in as the Prime Minister of Canada and practically came back as the governor of the 51st state. Suddenly, Trump hit him with the best deal ever: that Canada should just join the U.S. for economic and military support. Trump said the exact same thing he's saying now. Canada has no cards to play, can't stand without U.S. support. And yet, Canada stood its ground. And Trump, he backed off on the tariffs, twice. Now sure, Ukraine depends on U.S. military support far more than anyone else. But that doesn't mean they can't push for a better deal. So let's see what they do on Friday. Will they hold their ground or walk away with nothing but empty promises?